back in here after Bullwinkle, back in the hanging bang set, back in the same tree we've been seeing out of. Just can't close the distance. Just playing that big deer game. He moves, we move. He moves, we move. Just always one step behind him. Saw him last Thursday. Got pinned in the tree because there were so many deer out here going to the food plot. So called Dad in. He drove right to the base of the tree. Got Jake and I. It's just me tonight. So really hoping to get it done tonight. This is the fourth time we've been in here after this deer. Me and my little buddy Waylon, we went and killed the doe on the lease Friday night. It was. He couldn't be with me tonight, but I got his Mr. Deer. So hoping Mr. Deer can help us get it done tonight. It's pretty warm tonight, but we had old Bullwinkle on the food plot last night at 7:05, so we're hoping he'll come back through with the same conditions that he did last night. Other than we're about 200 yards east of the camera. So for this spot right here, the wind is absolutely perfect. We've got an east wind hitting us in the face coming. The deer will be coming from the east. But we've got the food plot right down here downwind of us. So we're sprayed down with Scent Thief. We run our clothes to the scent crusher unit. Got our wafer in a tree behind us. So just hoping that not too many deer get past us before old Mr. Big comes by. So stay tuned, guys. Me and old Mr. Deer, we're going to get it done tonight. We're going to end this chapter, fourth and final time. So stay tuned with us. What's going on, everybody? As you can see, our target buck BULLWINKLE come out tonight, right on 40 yards on the nose. I think I kind of pulled the shot a little bit, let my bow arm down on the release of the arrow. We watched the footage back 6 or 7 times. We think it's definitely a fatal shot, but it's right center mass of the guts and right between both front and rear legs. So watched him go up on the hill about 60-70 yards and kind of stand there, and then as you could see in the footage of the other does, they were kind of looking up on the hill. So we're going to give him 6 to 10 hours, and we're going to get him back first thing in the morning, hoping he's dead in the first bed. We don't think we pushed him out or anything, so definitely a lethal shot. Just hate the way you want to end it on a target buck after 4 or 5 hunts of battling it out with him. So stay tuned, we'll get him in the morning. Well guys, it's the next morning. As you guys saw last night, about 6:45, 7 o'clock, BULLWINKLE entered the field with a couple does. Watched him for about 15 minutes coming off the hill there, and I mean, just there's no flat out excuse for it. Just his shooter error hit him really low back in the gut. The shot was right at 39-40 yards. I've been practicing that all summer long. Felt super confident about it. Everything worked perfect. He was calm. He was broadside. Just like I said, shooter error. As soon as the shot went off, I watched him in the binoculars. He went up on the hill and he stood all hunched up over there about 60-80 yards. Really hoped that he just kind of moseyed on up the hill and bedded down a couple times. He should be dead, but within 100 yards or so, given the proper amount of time like we gave him, I think it's been almost 12 to 13 hours thus far. So with that gut shot, I mean, it's super lethal. It's just as well as a heart or a lung shot. You just got to give them the proper amount of time, 10 to 12 hours. So last night, you know, didn't get an exit interview because I had 5 does out in the field. As soon as they kind of moseyed off, after everything kind of cooled off, slipped right down the tree, grabbed the camera and my bow and slipped back out the back door. Didn't spook any deer, so we're hoping that he's just right up on top of the hill. Stay tuned. We'll see if we can't find him. Another update, guys. We got out here this morning about 7:30. Went to the last known bed right up on the hill where we last saw him last night. And like we figured, there was a pool of blood where he stood and kind of tried to figure out what happened. And I mean, that by the time that happened, you know, he was really starting to hurt. He went on up the hill beyond the last point of sight, bedded down, had a little pool of blood, and then he moved about 10 more yards, bedded down again. And then not real sure if he just the will to live or something maybe got him up. He kind of moved another 50 or 60 yards and he stood, and that's where we lost the last blood. So we kind of started doing some circling out away from the last known bed on those ridge tops, and did a little bit of grid searching for about 2 hours or 2.5 hours or so, and then we just kind of started to you know, lose all train of thought about what to do next. So we went to this known bedding area over east of us, and we actually walked down the ridge about 100 yards or so and came up on the buck as he was still alive. So got a second arrow in him, and that concludes the story of Mr. BULLWINKLE. Had multiple encounters with this deer over the last couple of years. Last year, I mean, almost 11 months today was the first time we'd seen him as a 4.5-year-old. He come in quick on us out of a clear cut across the field, and just didn't present a shot opportunity. So he got past us, and then he showed up in July this year. Kind of been a homebody running the roost on this 100 acre piece right here. So slipped in a couple nights ago, did a hanging hunt. Didn't really see what we wanted to. Very next night come in, old BULLWINKLE come in right at last light. Had to have Dad come from the leased land to come right to the tree, and I think that's what saved us for last night's hunt, because he come out at about 6:45 with 5 does, and like I said, the shot was not pretty at all, but that is a lethal hit. You just have to give them the time and the adequate space to, you know, let Mother Nature do the thing. Thank goodness the coyotes didn't get him up and push him. You know, no other deer kind of spooked, so that didn't blow him out. So you hate to see it end like that, but just thankful we were able to get another arrow in him and finish the story on this old boy. So definitely thankful.